Hey everyone! Ever wondered where in the world you'd find a real-life jungle adventure? Let's check it out together. Tropical rainforests are all packed close to the equator, between about 23.5 degrees north and 23.5 degrees south. Imagine a big, leafy belt wrapping around the middle of the planet. Let's go on a quick world tour. First stop, South America. The Amazon rainforest is the biggest and wildest of them all. Next, we jump over to Africa for the Congo Basin. Think ancient trees and mysterious animals. And in Southeast Asia, places like Indonesia and Malaysia are bursting with rainforest life. But what makes these places so perfect for rainforests? It's all about the weather. Let's check out some real photographs shows two things. Temperature. Usually a red line. And rainfall, blue bars. For the Amazon, the red line stays high all year. And the blue bars are super tall. That means it's rainy like all the time. The Congo's dry. Same here. Much humid and barely climate inside. Southeast Asia. Let's go. Let's crack the climate code. Alright, you little beauty. Before we dive headfirst into the magnificent jungle, we've got to understand what makes it tick. And for that, we need a special tool called a Climograph. Now, don't you worry. It's not as scary as it sounds. Think of it as a secret map that tells us the weather story of a place all year round. It's got two main parts. You'll see a line graph, usually in red, that shows you the temperature. It goes up when it's hot and down when it's a bit cooler. Then you've got bars, usually blue, that show rainfall or precipitation. The taller the bar, the more rain you'd better be ready for. Let's take a look at one for the Amazon rainforest. Look at that red line. It stays almost flat, way up high, all year long. That tells us it's hot, way up high, all year long. That tells us it's hot, way up high, all year long. That tells us it's hot every single month. Now, check out those blue bars. Whoa. Look at the size of them. They shoot right up, telling us there's a phenomenal amount of rain. Some months might be a bit wetter than others. But make no mistake, it's always wet. This constant supply of water is the second secret ingredient. This combination of non-stop heat and buckets of rain is the magic recipe that fuels the entire ecosystem. So, just by looking at this one chart, we know what we're getting into. A warm, steamy and soaking wet adventure. The Climograph is our first clue, our treasure map to understanding why the rainforest is the way it is. It's not just a bunch of lines and bars, it's a blueprint for life itself. Right. Let's get in there. A rainforest isn't just a jumble of trees. It's a massive living skyscraper with different floors or layers. Way up at the very top, punching through the roof of the jungle, is the emergent layer. These are the true giants, the king trees that tower over everything else. They can be over 60 meters tall. Up here, you're exposed to the full force of the sun and the wind. Just below those giants, we find the busiest part of the whole jungle, the canopy. The canopy is the main roof, a thick, tangled layer about 30 to 45 meters up. It's so dense it blocks out most of the sunlight, about 95%. This is where the party's at. Sloths, toucans, spider monkeys, countless insects. They live their whole lives up here, feasting on leaves, fruits and flowers. Now, let's abseil down into the undergrowth, or understory. It's much darker. The canopy acts like a giant umbrella, catching rain and blocking the sun. Only about 5% of the sunlight makes it this far. Plants have to be clever in the shade. Shrubs, young trees, broad-leafed plants, a permanent twilight. This is the realm of the jaguar, a master of stealth. Finally, we hit the forest floor. This is the recycling center of the rainforest. To survive in the jungle's tough conditions, the plants have developed some absolutely brilliant tricks. It's a full-on survival kit. First up, look at the leaves. They're massive. These huge, broad leaves are like giant solar panels. Down in the gloomy undergrowth where sunlight is scarce, a bigger surface area means you can catch every last little sunbeam. It's a clever way to make sure you get enough energy to grow. No tiny leaves down here, mate. It's go big or go home. Every bit of light is precious, and these plants aren't wasting any of it. Now, feel the surface of these leaves. They often have a thick, waxy coating. This waxy layer acts like sunscreen and a raincoat all in one. The water just beads up and rolls right off, preventing the leaf from becoming waterlogged and weighed down, which could cause it to tear or attract nasty fungi or bacteria. It's a simple, but genius piece of natural engineering. And here's another ripper of an adaptation. The drip tip. Look at the end of the leaf. See how it tapers to a long, narrow point? That's not just for looks. When it rains, and remember it rains a lot, this special tip acts like a tiny gutter. It channels all the water off the leaf quickly so it doesn't get too heavy and snap. It also helps the leaf dry faster once the rain stops. Which, again, prevents mold and fungus from growing on its surface. But what about the trees themselves? How do these giants stay upright in the soggy, shallow soil? Look at the base of this one. Wow, those are buttress roots. So, after our incredible journey from the forest floor to the canopy and back, what have we learned? We've seen that everything in this amazing place is connected, and it all starts with the climate. Let's think back to that Climograph, that straight high line for temperature, at those massive bars for rainfall, or the two master controls for the entire rainforest. The constant heat and endless supply of water allow the trees to grow into towering giants, creating that incredible skyscraper structure we explored. Without that specific weather pattern, none of this would be here. This unique climate is also the reason for all those amazing survival tricks we saw. The plants have to adapt to a world of intense heat, heavy rain, and a constant battle for sunlight. The broad leaves, the waxy coatings, the drip tips. Even the mighty buttress roots are an adaptation to the soggy, shallow soil. Every single feature is a piece of a puzzle shaped by the climate. And because the plants adapt in these ways, the animals adapt to the plants. It's a beautiful domino effect. So, it's a beautiful domino effect. So, it's a beautiful domino effect. So, the next time you see a picture of a rainforest, don't just see a bunch of trees. See a world built by weather. See a story written by the sun and the rain. That Climograph we started with wasn't just a chart. It was the opening chapter. Towering emergent trees, tiniest fungus, all connected. Crikey, what a beautiful, interconnected system. It's a powerful reminder of how climate is the true architect of our planet's most stunning wild places.